This is a review of the UNITEK USB 3.0. It's a 3-port hub with also an RJ45 Ethernet interface. Inside the box, you'll find a disc with the drivers. These drivers are only for the Ethernet adapter, the hub itself, and also a brief instruction manual. If you want, you can just plug this device into your computer. This will plug into a USB 3.0 port. And if you do that, you get 3 USB 3.0 ports out here. If you plug it into a USB 2.0 port, then you have 2.0 here. One thing to remember though is that the data bandwidth and the power is coming from one source. So if you're using a USB 3.0 port, you have 900 milliamps to power 3 devices. That may be adequate if you have devices like printers or scanners that are self-powered, or even hard drives that have their own AC power supply. But if you're using it to drive other things like a USB powered disk drive, thumb drives, camera memories, you may exceed the 900 milliamperes and cause some problems with the devices. In addition to that, if this is a USB 2.0 port, you only have 500 milliamps. So that's something to consider. One of the things that's unique about this too is that on the end here, you have a Ethernet connector with an output of 10 and 100 and 1000 bandwidth. This is an excellent addition to any computer. If somebody were to have a laptop computer that the Ethernet output port failed, this could be a problem. That's usually a motherboard issue, and it's more expensive to fix. Here you simply plug this in, put the disk in, install the drivers, and now you have a new Ethernet port. Here you can see I have this plugged into a USB 3.0 port. The cable is only 12 inches long, so I can't even rest it on top of the computer up here. I'm going to plug into this device a hard drive that's powered by the USB port, a super fast thumb drive that actually runs at SSD speeds or faster, and a larger 64 gigabyte thumb drive. This is 128 gigabyte. Like you know, when I plugged in this package, it immediately recognized that it was a Ethernet adapter on my Windows 7 professional software and installed the drivers. It popped up and said that it found an ASIX space AX88171 USB to gigabit adapter. So the drivers were already there. Here you can see I have plugged in this USB powered hard drive. This hard drive up here, the blue one, draws 600 milliamps, so it's quite a power hog. And I also plugged in these 2 USB connectors, and by doing so my computer recognized all 3 devices and worked fine. In my speed test, I'm going to unplug this drive and the smaller one and do a speed test on the single device to see how fast it is. Here you can see the results of my speed test that's been done on an ultra-fast thumb drive rated at 128 gigabytes. It normally writes at SSD speeds. Here I was able to read at 173.55 megabytes per second, and I was able to write to the thumb drive at 63.76 megabytes per second. That's a very good result. As you can see, this device did very well on my speed test. I also was able to power all 3 of these devices, which is quite a tough job. This one here is 600 milliamps. On my speed test here, the results were superb. Just a comment, you always have to remember, you've got data bandwidth that's being shared. So it's USB 3.0, but if you have 3 very fast devices, the speed's divided by 3. So something to consider. But I did have excellent results. I rate this product at 5 stars. This review was done by JJ CEO. I'd like you to know I received a sample for test and evaluation, and I promise to give a fair and honest review.